Javy Báez homered earlier. First one in the air, deep left field, again! Yes, Tigers win! Javy is unstoppable!
From MLB.com, this is the Morning Lineup Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Monaghan. Today is Wednesday, May 14th, and rumors of Javy Báez's demise may in fact have been greatly exaggerated. El Mago is back. Yankee Stadium is known for its ghosts, but there's also one that's been floating around Citi Field. Jacob Wilson always loved the Dodgers as a kid, but now they may hate him. And finally, a big announcement from the Commissioner of Baseball. Let's get to it. After being one of the faces of the game, a young superstar who helped lead the Cubs to their first World Series win in 108 years, Javy Báez has had a rough last few seasons. Since signing a huge contract with the Tigers in 2021, injuries and just poor play turned him into mostly an afterthought. His biggest highlight reels over the last few years are just him striking out on pitches 10 feet out of the strike zone. But 2025, this is the year of El Mago. Again. The shortstop is maybe turning into a Gold Glove center fielder. His chase rate is way down. He's hitting over 300. And with his Tigers down 3-2 to the Red Sox in the 6th inning on Tuesday, Javy went boom.
The drama continues.
Javy in the air, left field side. Did he? Yes, he did! The year of Javy continues.
5-3 Tigers. A game that was back and forth continued to be back and forth and went into extra innings tied at 5. Christian Campbell somehow inside-outed a ridiculous sinker to give the Red Sox a 9-7 lead in the 11th, sucking the life out of the Comerica Park crowd and a Tigers fan base who have basically known nothing except winning baseball this year. But after getting 2 runners on in the bottom of the 11th, Báez stepped up to the plate again. And well, Javier, take it from here, sir.
First pitch, swinging a fly ball, left field, deep into the night, and gone! You gotta be kidding me!
11-10 Tigers win. Detroit now has the most wins in the AL at 28 and is 2.5 games up on the Guardians for first place in the AL Central. And after posting a .515 OPS with 6 homers in 80 games last year, Javy Báez has an .870 OPS and 5 homers in 34 games this year. Post-game, the center fielder talked about his amazing performance.
How much fun are you having out there right now?
A lot of fun. Now playing center, I feel great out there. So, just making adjustments, feeling better, seeing the ball better, and, working on my timing.
What are some of the scariest ghosts you've ever seen? The Babadook? That girl from the Ring movies? What about that librarian ghost from the beginning of the first Ghostbusters movie? I still sometimes can't sleep at night thinking about it. But have you ever seen Kodi Sanga's ghost forkball?
Canario goes down swinging. Good fork ball there by Sanga for the first out of the inning. Runner goes from first, swing and a miss, throw to second from his knees by Alvarez, not in time. Now there are 2 away. And he gets paid with a fork ball to end the inning. 3 straight strikeouts for Sanga to strand 2 more in scoring position.
It's one of the best pitches in the game because, well, you can't really see it. It disappears below the batter's view. It's a ghost. And in Tuesday night's Mets game against the Pirates, it was floating all over the stadium, scaring everyone. Senga struck out 7, including 3 in a row to get out of a jam in the 4th, and held the Pirates to just 1 run over 5 2/3. His 1.22 ERA is tops in the National League. The Mets' offensive hero of the game? None other than the great Bate Bino.
Fly ball left field, well hit. Canario back near the wall, and it's out of here! Brett Beatty with a home run!
A go-ahead solo home run in the 7th to ultimately give the Mets the 2-1 win. Brett the Hitman Beatty has 4 home runs since his recall from the minors on May 7th, tied for the most in baseball in that span. And the Mets now have 28 wins, tied for the most in the major leagues. Coming up, the A's Jacob Wilson used to hang out at Dodger Stadium eating Dodger dogs as a kid. But after what he did to the Dodgers on Tuesday night, team employees may never give him one again. That's after the break. Jacob Wilson, the son of former shortstop Jack Wilson, grew up about 30 miles from Chavez Ravine as a kid. Before taking on the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium on Tuesday, Wilson told MLB.com it was his favorite place growing up. Quote, "I've been here many times as a fan, but to be here for the first time as a player is definitely going to feel special." How special? Hitting a home run in his second at-bat special.
Back to the top of the order with Jacob Wilson. He wastes no time. Jacob Wilson, welcome home!
And as noted guy who's known for saying another one says, he hit another one in the 5th inning.
There's the 3-1. He hits this one to center field. That ball's going back. That ball's going back. And gone! Jacob Wilson, a multi-homer game.
Wilson went 4 for 5 and helped the A's, the surprising, fun-to-root-for A's, absolutely dominate one of the best teams in the world 11-1. Jeffrey Springs gave up just a run over 7 innings, and Jacob Wilson is now hitting .363 with 9 Ks and 168 plate appearances. Hopefully, he was able to feast on a bunch of Dodger dogs after the game.
2-2. In the air to deep left center field. It's back. It is gone. Fernando walks it off.
Elsewhere around baseball, down 4-2 to the Angels in the 8th, the Padres scored 2 runs to tie things up, and in the 9th, 2 more on a walk-off 2-run blast by Fernando Tatis Jr. Max Fried pitched well, giving up just a run over 5 innings to bring his league-leading ERA to just 1.11 on the year. But the Mariners' Brian Wu pitched better. The righty walked none and struck out 6 over 6 1/3 scoreless innings. The Yankees scored a run in the 9th to tie things at 1, and then, in the 11th, J.P. Crawford walked off Tim Hill to keep the Mariners in first place in the AL West. After an awful start, the Braves finally got back to 500 on the season with a 5-2 win over the Nats on Tuesday. Spencer Schwellenbach pitched pretty swell, giving up just 2 runs and 4 hits over 7. Drake Baldwin hit a 2-run homer, and down in his first rehab game, Ronald Acuna Jr., remember him? Hit a towering home run to center field. Look out for those Bravos. Framber Valdez outdueled Chris Bubich, giving up just 1 run over 8 innings, and Isaac Paredes walked things off to get the Astros a 2-1 win over the Royals. After being down the entire game, the Cubs exploded for 3 runs in the 9th to beat the Marlins 5-4 on Tuesday night. 40-year-old Justin Turner provided the walk-off hit, his first walk-off hit since 2018 with the Dodgers. Tied 7-7 in the 9th inning, the Rays loaded the bases against the Blue Jays, hoping for at least a single or maybe a sacrifice fly. Junior Caminero decided he wanted to do something else, hitting a go-ahead grand slam. Mason Montgomery held off a Toronto comeback attempt, and Tampa held on an 11-9 win. The Twins, holders of an 8-game winning streak, and the Cardinals, owners of a 9-game winning streak, both had their games rained out and will play doubleheaders today. For any other scores and highlights from Tuesday, head on over to MLB.com. In some off-the-field news, Commissioner Rob Manfred reinstated Pete Rose, Shoeless Joe Jackson, and 15 other deceased members from MLB's permanently ineligible list, thus giving them a chance to get considered for the Hall of Fame on a future Classic Era ballot. That decision to get into the Hall doesn't, of course, lie with MLB, but with the voters for that particular ballot. Paul Skeens has announced that his unhittable splinter and blazing fastball will be joining Team USA for the upcoming World Baseball Classic next February. It's a serious move for a team looking for some revenge after losing to Japan in the finals at the last Baseball Classic. That's all for today's morning lineup. Mandy Bell will be on tomorrow to fill you in on all things baseball from today. The Cardinals have currently won 9 straight games, the longest streak in baseball, and can get to 11 straight by the end of today. Watch the first game of their doubleheader against the Phillies on MLB Network at 1:05 Eastern. And please, don't forget to leave us a rating and a review, share this podcast with the baseball lovers in your life, and enjoy all of the games.